All right, we're good to go. We're live. Welcome, as always, everybody, to Trivia Vice. We got a really good one tonight. This is going to be fun. Dan made all
Oh, yeah.
so I'm going to participate as we're doing it because I don't know what a single question is. He actually just finished the game. I don't know, probably like 3 minutes before we're starting here. So
Yeah, it was a photo fish because I don't know why. I think today threw me off because our wives weren't working. It felt like a Saturday. So I'm like,
I was gonna say today. Yeah, I got to be honest. I kind of almost forgot that we had trivia tonight, just because with everybody being off tomorrow, and like you said, everybody off today, or at least a lot of people off today. Like it kind of threw my whole schedule off, and I just kind of didn't realize it was Wednesday.
Yeah.
But either way, it's gonna be a lot of fun. And how about that thumbnail right there? I knew that Dan would enjoy that.
As a person who really enjoys Friends, I was very happy to see that. But
Absolutely.
So real quick, we'll go through the rules. And once again, our thing is showing. I don't know why it's doing this. We have over 11 people on, but for some reason it keeps. I don't know why YouTube's doing that. YouTube, you need to get your shit together. But anyway,
yeah.
So guys,
much.
if you have
pretty sure
not
we got
played,
way more than that.
Yeah, exactly. Well, so first of all, Bobby, who is from Canada, says no one works on Thanksgiving. No, most of the time, no. Well, Thanksgiving's pretty much off for anyone. But so, guys, those who have not played before, we have 5 rounds, 5 questions for each round. Top 3 of each round will get a point. Top 3 people of each round will get a point. Person with the most points at the end will win. And I think that covers it. And speed does count. So the quicker you are, the better. So let's get to it. Let's do this thing. I'm excited.
All right, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. And I'm gonna play too. I'll read some questions and I'll play. All right, let's
see how Kyle does.
Started here. Bum, 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 bum. Let's take that off. Let's do that.
So one of the things was, I mean, I just want to point out, look how pretty that background is. I do apologize. I should have changed the lettering to a different color, but actually, I think the white works.
Oh yeah, it slaps the whole thing.
Because the problem is, if I went with a different color, it didn't necessarily. I don't know why, like red, orange, any of those, they didn't look good. I don't know why, but anyway, I'll start off. Question number 1. What president was the first president to make Thanksgiving a national holiday? Teddy Roosevelt, George Washington, Franklin Roosevelt, or Abraham Lincoln?
Oh, so I'm trying to think. We had one. This was a while back, but we did a game where I had a question on there asking what president made Christmas a national holiday, and I trying to remember who that was because I'm wondering if they were kind of around the same time. I'm going to go with Teddy Roosevelt just because Teddy Roosevelt just seemed like the ultimate badass.
Interesting. A lot of people. This one, I actually think I got everyone. It was actually George Washington.
Really?
The first president, the badass father of our country.
So didn't Teddy Roosevelt, just to kind of go back to him, didn't he? What was it? Didn't he like wrestle a bear or something like that? Allegedly,
he killed a bear. He got shot during his speech and continued to talk for 30 minutes after he got shot.
Yeah,
because the dude was a boss.
See, I figured like he had to be the one that gave the A-OK for Thanksgiving.
All right, question number 2. What year was the first Thanksgiving? 1821, 1721, 1621, or 1521? So not the first official, but the first, like, I guess the first official, I should say, but not the first national holiday Thanksgiving, but the first ever.
All right, so I'm going to say it's either 2 or 3.
Okay, which one?
It's definitely not 1. Because that would have been after George Washington. So I'm gonna go 3.
It is 3. It is 1621. So that one, I will say, when I'm making these questions, guys, some of these are pretty tough. There are a lot of like, this, I don't know, your favorite this or this, or I shouldn't say your favorite, but like the country's favorite, like polled. But there's some interesting ones in here I never would have guessed. So you're going to learn a lot about Thanksgiving here, peeps. All right, so question number 3. What was the primary meat that was consumed on the first ever Thanksgiving? Is it venison, turkey, duck, or bear? They had Teddy Roosevelt there to wrestle the bear to death and get its meat.
All right, I'm gonna say there's no way it's turkey. Like that just seems too obvious.
Seems
so I'm
too
saying
obvious.
there's no way it's turkey.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with duck. The reason I'm going with duck wasn't the first Thanksgiving like at Plymouth Rock or something like that?
It was. So there was.
So I feel like Plymouth Rock is like a
So
area
this-
where there's a lot of water around it.
Well, the key word here is because there was fowl, so there was a lot of different types of birds that were used, but the primary meat, about 80% of the meat that was used was venison, which is deer, of course. Very plentiful in the area, but there was a lot of different types of duck was part of it, but I think it was like a lot of like other small game. Question number 4. How many turkeys are eaten each year for Thanksgiving? 89 million, 46 million, 16 million, or 152 million? Any of these, that's a lot of damn turkey.
All right, so there's 300 and something million Americans. So each family not I guess not everybody celebrates Thanksgiving, but I'm going to go screw it. Go big or go home. I'm going number 4. 152.
152 million. No, it is 46 million turkeys every year are eaten for Thanksgiving, which is honestly an impressively high number either way. Kyle's going like
that's insane because like I know like turkey hunting is like pretty big where we live and everything. I feel like I never see turkeys.
Well, I think most of them are like raised in like
right. No, I know, but like I don't know. Like I guess obviously there's a lot of them around, but I feel like I see deer way more often than I see turkeys.
Yeah. So the day after Thanksgiving, so Black Friday is considered the busiest day of the year for which profession? Truck drivers, plumbers, flight attendants, or bartenders?
I'm going with plumbers. I have a feeling it's truck drivers, but you know what? I'm going plumbers on that because
it is actually plumbers. That is apparently
people consuming a lot of stuff that
taking some giant deuces apparently.
Well, you figure, hey, they're eating a very dense plate full of food, plus
a lot of protein, a lot of carbs. Yep. Apparently,
it's science.
Black Friday is the busiest day for plumbers in America. That's hilarious.
Awesome. I think I'm the only one that got that too.
No, a lot of people got that.
Oh shit! Sorry, I was looking at the wrong ones on my live chat here.
I actually figured someone would go flight attendants just because, like, I was gonna put pilots, but I figured that was too vague. So, all right. So starting out, we have Megan with 1 point, Joey with 1 point, and Steph Sample with 1 point. Going into round 2.
All right, now this thing right here is only showing 10, but my live chat's showing 18. I don't know.
I don't know, man. Yeah, now our thing's saying this is saying 16, but yeah, I'm showing 18 on Kyle and I's different software, which you guys can't see. So I don't know. Go figure. Do you want me to read the questions on this one too, Kyle, just so you can play along?
I'll read them. I can multitask.
So
just got to show off how big my brain really is.
Fun fact here: Curtis earlier said that turkey's overrated. I believe Curtis eats fish. His mom makes him a fish for Thanksgiving every year.
Really?
Yeah.
What kind of fish?
I can't remember.
That definitely that plays a role in the whole debate. All right, number 1, the turkey distribution company Butterball answers how many turkey-related questions per year? 50,000, 2 million, 175,000, or 100,000?
You know the interesting about this, like, who the hell calls up the company Butterball? Like, at this point in time, this apparently still happens, like, as of last year. Why don't people just go on Google it? Like, apparently Butterball gets 100,000 phone calls in the month.
You know, we had that conversation like this earlier with mom and dad. We were with them, and I forget what we were even talking about, but there was a question about something, and I said, you know, it baffles me that, like, we live in the age of Google and YouTube, and people don't think to just go on there and find the answer.
Like, can you imagine how many times Butterball gets a call like, "How do I defrost a turkey?" I don't know how to defrost a turkey personally. I don't know how to cook a turkey, but I would just look on I would look online. I wouldn't call a company, but whatever.
All right, number 2, female turkeys gobble. True or false?
I didn't even know this was like something you could like. This just came up for me, and I was just like, "Huh, I wonder if that's a thing." So I looked it up, and I was like, "Oh, okay." I honestly didn't know this.
I'm gonna go with true. Yeah, I'm going with true.
So Kyle thinks female turkeys can gobble. So
I kind of figure like if the what's the male turkey called? Is that the tom? That's a tom, right?
I don't know.
I think a male turkey's a tom. I don't know what a female is, but like if the tom is gobbling, I feel like the female's got to gobble back.
Well, according to my sources, is I called the Butterball hotline and asked them if female turkeys could gobble, and apparently they cannot. I don't know.
Okay, well, hold on. If you're calling Butterball, that's not fair. Of course they can't. I'm just joking, but of course they can't because the turkey's not alive anymore. All right. What movie had the biggest Thanksgiving weekend opening ever at the box office? Tangled, Monsters Inc., Frozen, or Cars? I think
so you gotta know what because only a couple of these came out during Thanksgiving weekend. Interesting. Not all of them did.
I think it's Monsters Inc.
You remember
we went and saw it? We went and saw it when we were younger during Thanksgiving break.
Well, Frozen happened to come out the same weekend in 2012 and actually ended up beating Monsters Inc.
Always Frozen.
Yep. Goddamn Frozen.
I should have known.
Just gonna go out and say it, peeps. This is the most overrated Disney movie of all time.
All right, best movie on that list.
Monsters Inc. 100%. Tangled's
I'm going Tangled.
Tangled's a good movie, but I really enjoy Monsters Inc.
I like
slaps.
I like Tangled because I like the horse and I like Flynn. He's one of my faves.
Yeah.
He just cracks me up. But Monsters Inc. does slap too. All right, number 4. What Christmas song was originally intended to be written for Thanksgiving? Silent Night, Rudolph, Jingle Bells, or Frosty?
Yeah, so it was originally titled something differently in the song. Some of the words were actually a different verse of words was used other than the words for the title.
I'm gonna go Jingle Bells.
Yeah, so for 2 years, Jingle Bells was actually called in a one-horse open sleigh and was originally a Thanksgiving song. And then in 1859, they changed it to Jingle Bells because Christmas was much more popular, I guess. I don't really know why they changed it, but...
Jingle Bells is that old of a song?
Yeah.
Really?
Yep. Well, an one-horse open sleigh. I mean, who the hell rides in a sleigh in the last 100 years? So, I mean...
Good point.
But I would say I would not have guessed that old. I was going to guess like, I don't know, like 1890s or like 1900s. But
I was going to guess like early 1900s. But all right, number 5. How many days did the first Thanksgiving last? 2, 3, 7, or 1? So I think I do remember it. I think it's 7 days. I think it was number 3.
Kyle's going 7 days.
I'm pretty sure it was a full week. Like, didn't they went on like it was a banger.
I'll tell you what, it was a banger. There was a rager. Those Pilgrims and Native Americans were just raging for 7 days. No, it was actually 3 days. It was 3 days, but it was still a banger. They probably got drunk on like mead and then just danced nights away.
The aged salted beef that came over on the cornflower.
Right. Yep. Some brined pork. Delicious.
All right. Good to know I wasn't the only one that went with 7.
I was actually, honestly, I kind of thought it was just like 1 or 2 days, but no one went with 2 days. So
I do remember it was like, I knew it was longer than
you knew it was a banger. You're like, yeah, those guys, they did not fuck around.
Yeah. Then we're going to go back to our log cabin and teepee.
Yep, go back and just pass the hell out for a week, digesting all of it.
Yep.
So we got Jake on the board along with Dirk, and then Megan takes the lead Just like last time. This is exactly how it happened last time. Megan took an early lead. See if she can hold it. I just want to point out that no one has gotten all 5 right so far on either one. They're pretty some pretty tough questions. Curtis says he's 1 out of 10 so far. Let's go. Hey, you know what? You still have 15 questions to go, so you could catch fire here, Curtis. It's kind of like.
Did you just say the cornflower? I did. Wasn't? No, oh, no, it's the Mayflower.
This right here is like Curtis's shooting percentage when we play pickup. One for 10. The cornflower. Oh, that's great. I didn't even catch that. All right. Round 3, question number 1. What company holds the annual Thanksgiving parade in New York City? Sears, Macy's, JCPenney's, or Amazon?
All right, so it's definitely it. I won't say it. I'll wait until everybody's answered. But going back to the rager that the Pilgrims were having.
Yeah, okay.
You know, that must have sucked because here's the thing. Back then, I feel like elastic waistbands were not a thing.
Oh yeah, those
they
tight,
can't put
like,
on their
cotton
Thanksgiving
pants.
pants like Joey and friends. Like I mean, oh man.
No, they're
imagine
cotton shrouds.
Oh man, imagine that too. Like they don't even have plumbers to put to work back then.
No, yeah, dude.
Oh man,
you're just going out in the woods and popping a squat. Man, those.
Oh, and you're popping a squat. You're popping a squat in the woods at a place called Plymouth Rock. Like that just does. That does not sound good.
Yeah, and then you have the cornflower staring at you the whole time when you're trying to do it. So.
Oh, that's Tess says they could go on the cornflower.
Yeah, there you go. All right, question number 2. What year did Macy's Parade install regulations on balloon sizes? 1997, 1987, 1954, or 1925?
I'm going number 2 because the 80s are my favorite decade.
Before this time, balloon sizes were just crazy, apparently. I don't know.
The Wild Wild West.
Wild West and balloon parades. It was actually
given.
It's actually 1997. Lazy bastards took like 80 years before they did anything.
So how long has the Macy's parade been going?
I believe that's a question later on. I'm not at liberty to say yet.
Do you watch the parade?
Not really. Not in a long time. If it's on in the background while I'm at either our parents' house or my in-laws' house, I might I don't know, maybe a little bit, but nah, not much. All right, question number 3. According to the Nielsen ratings, roughly how many Americans watch the Macy's parade yearly? 50 million Americans, 100 million, or 10 million. That was supposed to be 150 million, so give you a hint. It is not 2 or 3.
I'm going 1.
I'll be honest.
50 million just seems right. That's like 1/6 of the population. 1/7.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest. I was going to guess it was actually higher than this, but it is. It's 50 million people watch it yearly. I'm curious to see in the last couple of years, but apparently this was from like 2018 or 2019, which was the last time the Nielsen did it.
Okay, so is the 50 million based on is that 50 million households or 50 million people total in their? Okay, so oh wow, okay, yeah, I would. Which I mean, higher.
That's still a lot of. That's almost. I mean, that's a lot of people, but I don't know. Kind of thought it would be higher.
Yeah, I would have thought so.
All right, question number 4. What city is the most traveled the week of Thanksgiving? Orlando, New York, Los Angeles, or Chicago?
I'm going with 1. I'm going with Orlando. Because it's by far the outlier with that, I feel like. Between all the cities. Like that just seems like the one that
you got the big 3 and then you got Orlando.
Yeah, that's the most random. But I also feel like a lot of people probably go down to Thanksgiving or go down to Disney on Thanksgiving.
Orlando is number 1. Believe it or not, people. Orlando is the most traveled weekend or the most traveled city the weekend of Thanksgiving.
Look at that.
Number
just
2.
Me and Steph, I think, are the only ones that got that.
Number 2 is New York. Number 3 is Anaheim because of Disneyland. And number 4 is Los Angeles. Number 5, Chicago.
Oh, Steph didn't get that either. I was looking at the wrong question. Look at that. Big brain.
Big brain. All right, final question of round 3. How many Americans travel over 50 miles during Thanksgiving week? 55 million, 5 million, 2.5 million, and 155 million. I'll be honest, I got 2 high numbers and 2 low numbers here. I was going to guess like 2.5 million. Like, I didn't think it'd be nearly as many.
I'm going 55.
Like that just seems like a lot of people. Anywhere like 55, 100 million, anything like that just seems like so many people moving over 55 or over 50 million. Yeah, 50 miles. Yeah, it is 55 million people. The week of
That does seem like a lot of people.
But I don't know. I mean, but I guess you got to think about it, like 55 miles, I guess, really in today's day and age isn't really that long. I mean, we actually have a couple of the Kuzniars playing tonight, and they're going probably, I don't know.
Yeah, that's true.
70, 80 miles.
That's true. So, well, and I mean, most years, like if we go to Tessa's families, I mean, they're down in Sayre. I mean, that's like 40 miles, but that's still, that's close.
All right, so we have, let's see, Bobby. So we have a Canadian who doesn't even celebrate American Thanksgiving who just placed. So that's pretty impressive. So
hey, the big news here, though, is Curtis is now 2 of 15.
He is tracking really pretty much right along with his normal shooting percentage for basketball. So not bad, Curtis. All right, so Megan takes the lead and keeps it, actually, with 3 points. Dirk has 2 points in second place, and then we have Jake, Bobby, Stephanie Sample, and Joey, all with 1 point in third place.
And what did Mitch had 1 out of 5 on that last round?
Is that what he said?
I think he was right next to Curtis. I was just gonna say, I mean, that would make sense. He's got Josh Allen as his profile pick, and that was like Josh's completion
percentage. Oh, poor Josh. Getting the hate.
All right, number 1. Thanks to an overabundance of Thanksgiving turkey, what company invented the TV dinner in 1953? Swanson, Marie Callender, Banquet, or Adobe?
So when I say an overabundance, I'm saying the executive who was in charge of this apparently over-ordered over 200 million turkeys.
Holy shit. I'm going Banquet.
Kyle going with Banquet. Wow. Everybody got this one. It's Swanson.
Oh, okay. Well, not everybody.
No, not everyone. But, I think I'm going through like, looks like maybe 1 or 2, but I really thought no one would get this one. I figured everyone would go with Marie Callender's or Banquet. But yeah, I don't really know how that's a huge mess up right there when you over order 200 million turkeys.
Bet you the purchasing agent for them got fired that year.
Well, but he invented TV dinners, so
that's true. That is true. All right, number 2. What percentage of people prefer leftovers over Thanksgiving meals? 81%, 54, 46, or 25?
All right, what do you think, Kyle? Are you a leftover?
I'm going 54% on this.
Kyle's going 54. Okay, he's going pretty high. Are you a leftover? You prefer leftovers?
I don't prefer them to the main meal because I'm usually not a leftovers person. But I mean, Thanksgiving leftovers do slap.
Yeah, by far the best leftovers there are. However, they're not as good. So I'm part of the 19% as well as you are. 81% of people,
wow,
prefer leftovers.
My favorite always used to be when we were younger. We always had a bunch of leftover pie, and that would be like our breakfast for like the next 4 mornings after.
Yeah, the breakfast of champions.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, 81% of people. That's kind of crazy. Like, I'm not a leftover person either, though. So, Yeah,
I'm usually not a leftover person, but if I have to, definitely Thanksgiving or Christmas. All right, number 3. Considered a Thanksgiving classic, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles stars Steve Martin and who? John Candy, Eddie Murphy, Dan Aykroyd, or Bill Murray? I think it's Eddie Murphy.
Wow.
I'll be honest, I've never actually seen that movie.
It is a great movie. It is hilarious. It is actually John Candy. and Steve Martin are in the movie together, and it's hilarious. And you should be ashamed of yourself.
Yeah, I've never seen it. Now I'm gonna need to watch it.
It's a John Hughes film, Kyle. I figured you of all people.
I do love John Hughes films.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna have to watch it now.
It's a Thanksgiving classic.
Of course, now it's on to Christmas movies, and there's so many good Christmas movies.
There are. 100%.
What NFL team plays every year on Thanksgiving except for 1942 to 1944? The Packers, the Lions, the Eagles, or the Bears? It's got to be the Lions.
Kyle's going Lions.
Yeah, it's got to be the Lions because they play every year on Thanksgiving. Them and the Cowboys, I think, are the two that always play on Thanksgiving.
It is the Lions. The Lions have played since their inception, I think, which was the 1920s. Only didn't play in those 3 years because of World War II.
Because I was going to say that would be World War II. Who was it we said earlier the Lions are playing tomorrow?
The Bears.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's going to be bad.
That's the Chowder Bowl, right? The Chowder Dumper Bowl. The Bourbon Bowl.
Instead of the Super Bowl, that's the Pooper Bowl.
So, yeah. So Katie thought Planes, Trains, and Automobiles was a documentary.
Yeah, I don't know. I've heard of it. I've never seen it though. Now I'm gonna have to watch it.
It's a good one.
All right, what U.S. state raises the most turkeys? Pennsylvania, New York, Minnesota, or Idaho? All right. I feel like one or two is probably the answer. Like Idaho, I don't think so because they're big on potatoes. Minnesota. Well, I don't know. They got a lot of lakes out there. I don't know. Maybe that plays a role. I'm going with one.
Kyle's going with Pennsylvania.
See, the good news is when I think out loud, like you guys get to like hear my crazy brain at work.
It's a joy. So I would have guessed Pennsylvania as well. It's actually Minnesota. Minnesota raises the most turkeys in the U.S., which is kind of weird. Yeah, that seems weird to me. I don't know why. Most people would have gone with Pennsylvania, but no, Steph, it wasn't potatoes that have to do with turkey raising. It was the lakes. It was the lakes in Minnesota that might have something to do with it. I don't know. Oh boy. All right, so
you have to listen to just my thought process on stuff.
So we have Brian gets on the board. We got Katie gets on the board.
Kuzniar sweep the board.
They sweep the board on this one. And then Megan, technically, officially, I mean, she won the game. So Megan, congratulations, you won the game. However, we do still have a round to go, so we might as well play it.
Oh, absolutely.
You know. It says they probably brought the turkeys over on the corn flour. Oh God! Kyle didn't pay too much attention to history class.
The corn flour. All right, so they were the Mayflower. Then who had the Santa Maria? That was Columbus, right?
Columbus.
Okay, that was the Nina, the Pinta, and the Santa Maria.
Yep.
It's been a while.
All right, question number one, final round. Before the Lions made Thanksgiving football tradition, what two teams played in 1876 on Thanksgiving? They are college teams. Yale and Princeton, Ohio State and Ohio, Michigan and Florida, or Brown and Cornell?
All right. It's got to be one, in my opinion, and here's why. Because back in the day, and I mean, this is way, 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 way back, Yale used to slap at football. They used to be like, they actually still to this day have the most national championships out of anybody, including Alabama. So
because
I'm going Yale and Princeton because they used to be big time in football, and then now obviously they're
not. A lot of people got that it is Yale and Princeton. Back in the day, Yale was playing chess. Everyone else was playing checkers when it came to football.
Yep. See, I may not know about the corn flour, but I know about Yale football.
The old Yale corn flowers. Oh my God. All right, question number 2. What is the average number of calories consumed on Thanksgiving? 6,500, 5,500, 4,500, or 2,500? I'm not going to lie. Maybe it's because it's just me personally. I eat way more than any of those.
Yeah, I'm going 6,500. I feel like we stuff our faces on Thanksgiving. Doesn't matter who it is. We all do.
Well, I go to 2 different places, and both of them I have usually 2 plates.
That's
and
a good
and
point.
these
I didn't even
plates are
think
like,
about the fact that normally, like, a lot of people go multiple places.
and these 2 plates are just usually paper plates, and they're just screaming when I'm holding them, begging to just let me end it. Stuff says I probably triple it. She is 100% right. It's actually lower than I thought. It's 4,500 calories. And I'm
Really?
going to be honest. I easily top 10,000 easily. And you know what? That's okay.
Asking me to just end it.
All right. Question number 3. What pie is the favorite of Americans during Thanksgiving? Pumpkin, pecan, blueberry, or apple?
I'm gonna say the answer is 4, but I'm gonna say my answer is 2. Dude, Aunt Co's pecan pie, so good.
Just slapping.
Oh man,
slapping pecan pie.
Oh yeah.
I've never had pecan pie. I've never had pumpkin pie. I've never had blueberry pie. I've only ever had apple pie, and that's what I like, so I stick with it. There's no need to change. I like it so much.
So the answer is it 4?
No, it's actually pumpkin pie.
Really? I mean, see, I like all of them. I like all 4 of them, but oh man.
So Curtis says, is it pecan or pecan? I kind of say both interchangeably.
Yeah, I do too.
Like, I usually say pecan pie, and then pecans for like the actual like little nuts. So I don't know, but I would not have guessed pumpkin, but it's because I don't eat pumpkin pie. So, all right, question number 4. After polling all 50 states, what are the 2 tied favorite side dishes? So the 2 that are going together that people like the most: stuffing and Brussels sprouts, mashed tatties and stuffing, mashed tatties and mac and cheese, or mac and cheese and stuffing.
2 I'm gonna say mashed potatoes and stuffing.
So apparently, so Katie says Aunt Co made 2 of them, one for Kyle, one for Brad.
Oh, that is awesome. Thank you very, very much. Because
there's Kyle's 4,500 calorie allotment already gone. That's shot to hell already on dessert.
So and I might be able to distract Brad long enough that I can smuggle his out of the house too. So
yep. This one surprised me. I would have gone mashed potatoes and stuffing because that's my personal favorite. I love the combo. I never had mac and cheese during Thanksgiving until I went to Stephanie's family's house. Like, that wasn't a thing we did. And it's still weird to me.
I don't think Tessa's family does mac and cheese either. Like Easter they do. Like, we do ham and mac and cheese, but I don't think we do for Thanksgiving. So yeah, I've never had mac and cheese.
All right, final question of the night. What is a favorite Thanksgiving movie to watch? Thanksgiving, I had to put that in there. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, Free Birds, or Charlie Brown Thanksgiving?
No, it's got to be Charlie Brown.
I knew Joey would put Thanksgiving. It's a Thanksgiving classic. Oh man, that was back when like Netflix was in the wild west, where any movie could be put on there. Like, you could literally upload it, and they had Thanksgiving on there. And my gosh, that is an awesome movie. So it is Charlie Brown Thanksgiving and Planes, Trains, and Automobiles is often considered the second favorite of Americans to watch during and or around Thanksgiving. But Charlie Brown Thanksgiving pretty much dominates most peeps. But yeah, Thanksgiving's my personal favorite. Oh boy. All right, so let's see. So Curtis, look at that. He started heat up at the last one. He kind of had the LeBron mentality, go like the Westbrook mentality, 0 for 50, and then hey, finally made a couple in a row. So Curtis gets on the board with 1. Katie gets her second point here, and Andrew gets 1 as well. So Megan ends up winning the game. Megan had 4 points. Let's see. She actually pulled away pretty good. Then Dirk and Katie had 2 points each. And then we had Curtis, Andrew, Brian, Bobby, Jake, Joey, and Stephanie Sample all in the third place. So,
all right. So, bonus question. We will have.
Oh,
a
okay.
bonus question.
I can see he's little as I'm talking. He's like just staring off into space. I'm like,
Well,
son of a bitch is thinking of a bonus.
my camera's right here, but my computer screen's over here. So
okay.
So I was actually looking at you, and I came up with my bonus question.
I knew he was like sitting there, and he's just like swaying back and forth, like, All right, what is it? Kyle's got a fun bonus. Let's see what it is.
Who does Dan's mustache most closely resemble?
Oh, gosh.
It's a free ride, and you can put whatever you want.
Yep. Yeah, I'll take it. Let's see what we got. I'm hoping for some good ones. Is this considered a super secret bonus?
Yep. Andy says a caterpillar.
Yeah, but a fat caterpillar that's about to go into the cocoon. That's what I like to say.
Megan says Uncle Cliff.
This one right here. This wins. Tom Selleck. That's all I want. That's all I ever want. Right there. My idol. The pinnacle of manliness.
Yes.
My pillow guy. Oh no.
Wait. It gets better. I love it. We got Borat. We got Fidel.
We got a lot of bad people on here.
Escobar.
A lot of communists on here. A drug dealer. This is interesting. But oh no. I'm keeping it. Just for that comment, I'm keeping it for damn, you got a mustache December. It's not a thing, but I made it up.
How many of the calories that Dan consumes tomorrow will end up being leftovers in his mustache?
Yeah, exactly. Oh my gosh. All right. So on Monday, we're officially starting our December trivia. So we're going to have, I think, one out of every week is going to do something with Christmas. We'll have Christmas movies or something like that. So, thank you so much for playing, guys. Megan, congratulations for winning. We will see you guys on Monday. Have a great Thanksgiving, everyone.
Have a great night, guys.